You ain't shit. You ain't even a fucking pig no more.
You think that makes me less dangerous?
You done fucked up now!
We got one!
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever this video finds you, welcome to Ticks. And you guys are gonna have to excuse me. I just finished a Zoom call with the family about 15 minutes ago. So I'm a little behind as far as doing my setups and everything. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm hot. So let me get this together. I'm gonna show y'all one of my favorite videos while I collect myself. Okay, because I've got some things I gotta put together. So you have to excuse me for a second. But let me get this out here. Show y'all one of my favorite protest videos, and then we'll get started. Okay.
As if you sit down in front of it, sit down in front of it.
Everyone sit down! Sit in the line. Stop! Stop!
Yeah, I saw that. You don't cover that.
Is everybody okay? Stop!
I love that video because all the bus driver did was take his foot off the brake. He didn't step on his gas. He just let centrifugal force do his thing. As far as Don Lemon, let me tell you something. I'm going to give y'all my true opinions. I'm not going to just comment on what I'm seeing. I'm gonna give you my true opinions on stuff. In all honesty, it's time to start giving liberals the violent ass kickings that they keep begging for. Because when you start desecrating people's churches, when you start desecrating people's memorials, when you start violently attacking people who don't agree with you, it's time to fuck you up. And I know the Republicans are trying real hard to be the turn the other cheek Christian people, but it's time to stop. Even Jesus said there's a time to pick up the sword. Remember when he entered the church and he took the bull whip to the people who are desecrating the church? It's time to pick up the bull whip. It's time to pick up the sword. Am I calling for violence? You goddamn right I am. Because these liberals just won't stop. They keep trying to say, well, Renee Good said, I'm not mad at you, as she rammed her car into an ICE agent with the intent of running him over in order to escape prosecution. And he taught her a lesson that everybody seems to have forgotten. The liberals act like, oh, but she was allowed to try to kill him. I'm done. Personally, I'm done. It's the whole... Let me breathe when I say this, because I want y'all to understand that this is not coming from a place of emotion. This is coming from a place of fact. The Democratic Party is currently under the leadership of people who want to destroy the capitalist society that we have set up, which is the best society in creation. Okay. We are a constitutional republic. It's the best society in the world. If you don't think so, then go move somewhere else. Go live somewhere else where you think that it's better. Go live somewhere else where it's better. Go live somewhere else where you think that standing in line for your daily bread is a good idea. Go live somewhere where being in a mud hut and starving is a good idea. Go live somewhere else where somebody who has a grudge with you can roll up on you, put 2 slugs in your head, and not face persecution. Go somewhere else. Go there. You have more rights here than you would in any other country in the world, and you take those rights and freedoms for granted. To the point that you have foreign entities such as George Soros, such as BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, who are here to upset the apple cart in order to make the common citizens poor, while those who are in power are enriched tenfold, more so than they would be in a capitalist society. Because in a capitalist society, you have to employ people. You have to insure people. Do you understand? You have to pay taxes. In a socialist society, you won't have to do that because you're in charge. You pretty much get free labor. You work people to death and you give them whatever you feel that they need because, you know, food rations are caught up in bureaucracy, which is a nice way of saying that those who are in charge skim off the top and you get the scraps. It's no different than an NGO, non-government organization, where the government will give them $5 million. 4.5 million will go out the back to the person that actually wrote the grant for them to get the $5 million. So that leaves $500,000 left. The person that's in charge of the NGO will get $250,000, and the other $250,000 goes towards rent, light, gas, telephone, internet, and staff. There's no money in the program for you. We have such a small budget. We need more money from the state. Meanwhile, the director is driving away in a Lexus or a Benz or whatever car of choice that they want. They're living in a nice house. This is what happened not just in Minnesota, but also in the city of Baltimore with the director of the school district. Baltimore School District collected more money, more federal money than any school district in the United States. And the director was living lavish, a foreign dude. Living lavish. Yet the kids can't read. A boy with a 1.6 grade point average was the valedictorian. Do you understand how it works? Do you get it? So now you have a president in charge who says, you know what? I'm no longer going to support these systems. I'm going to tear it all down. We're going to have a free and fair society with free and fair elections, and no more parasites are going to be living off of taxpayer funds, a la Minnesota, a la California, a la Oregon, a la Chicago, a la Boston, a la Colorado, a la Philadelphia, or anywhere where there's a blue city that's collecting federal funds, cutting off all the federal funds. In all honesty, you shouldn't be receiving federal funds directly as a state. If you are a business and you need federal funds, you need to deal with the federal government individually. They need to be in charge of you individually to keep an eye on you, not giving the money to the state. That was a very stupid move. You say the Dems have turned Minnesota into a circus. They want another George Floyd. Well, you know what? We're going to give them a lot of George Floyds. Because if you haven't noticed, the federal government stopped dicking around this year. They really stopped dicking around this year. Let me show you. Prime example. See that? That used to be this dude. This is a chick. The one that lost their eye. That's a chick. That's a chick. Born a girl. The man who lost his eye after protesting against ICE is actually a biological female. When she went up against, she felt like a real man till they knocked her eye out. Yeah, turns out that's a chick. Yeah, how about a shocker for that? She ran up on an ICE agent with her bullhorn and he bust her eye out. Welcome to manhood, chick. Men suffer violent consequences when they go up against another man. And I'll say it again. And I want y'all to understand. Yeah, another trans boy. And I'll say it again. And for some reason, it's not sitting with y'all. And I will say it again. When you have low IQ, impoverished, poverty-raised, single mama, welfare, low IQ Negroes raised solely by their mamas in poverty, they have no idea what true manhood is about. True manhood is not about arguing, yelling, fussing, and fighting and screaming at the top of your lungs and reading somebody on the internet or face to face, that's not manhood. That's effeminate behavior. Real manhood, when you disrespect a man and he disrespects you back and you say step outside and he don't, yeah. Do you understand? Do you not get it? Real men throw fists. Real men handle it with violence. Y'all granddaddy, pappy, y'all internet daddy, Kevin Samuels told y'all that the reason why men respect each other face to face, even though they may have a disagreement, they kind of watch their language and tone with each other, is because men have a low propensity for violence, because that's how men handle stuff. There's nothing to do with in some areas, it does have something to do with a caveman mentality. But overall, you get to disrespecting me, bro, we can handle it outside. We can handle this like gentlemen. We can get into some gangster stuff and step outside. The second you choose not to, shut up. You a bitch. You a bitch. I don't give a fuck how many videos you make, how many 1,001 excuses you come up with. When the second you disrespect me, I disrespect you back, and all of a sudden you want to challenge me, and I say step outside, you a bitch. You don't, you a bitch. You a bitch. All that tough talking does not make you a man. It makes you a female. It's very effeminate to be talking tough online. But face to face, you wind up with your eye broke out. Because that's how men handle disrespect. That's how men deal with, okay, words aren't getting through to you. So let's handle this like men. Let's handle this like men. We're not running around with freaking handkerchiefs in our pockets with our pinkies out and wearing goddamn pantyhose and 2-inch pumps and powdered makeup and wigs on our face. No, we're men. Let's slug it out and then go have a beer. Or not. We're men. We're not females. Which brings me to this. Criminal. This blood gang member. Hold on, let me read it. I can't read it through here. Let me go to the actual photo so I can read it so you guys can see. I mean, you guys can see it. I can't quite see it because I got all this StreamYard stuff in the way. Hold on. Here's the image. Here we go. All right. Paul Birdsong is current deputy chairman of United Empire's Panther Party for Self-Defense, a modern organization inspired by the original Black Panther Party of the 1960s, which he has no affiliation to, by the way. His activism, quotations, is focused on community self-defense, liberation, and cultural empowerment for Black people. His background: Caribbean roots. His father's family are Caribbean immigrants. This dude ain't ADOS or FBA whatever the hell you want to call yourself. His mother's ancestry is a mix of American Indian, Caucasian, and black. This dude's a 1/4 black person. Do you understand? 1/4 black. He ain't black. Not the way that y'all define it. Not the way y'all define it. That's why he look all Albie Shurish. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's bring up his videos. Let's bring up this goofball's videos.
Power to the people. Deputy Chairman Paul Birdsong reporting for active community defense duty. If you are in the New York, Maryland, Delaware area, Virginia area even, and you want to become a Black Panther, you have 4 days to get to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Again, you have 4 days to get to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We will be recruiting at our free food giveaway at 6:30 p.m. at the corner of 33rd Street and Cecil B. Moore in Philadelphia. There's a park there called Fairmount Park, and you will see the blue tent. You will see the Black Panther Party signs. You will see Black Panthers handing out food and Black Panthers educating people. That is going to be a recruiting event. We're going to have applications. We're going to be doing interviews, and we're going to be recruiting. So again, if you're in Maryland, if you're in Virginia, if you're in New York, if you're in Baltimore, you're in Delaware, you're anywhere within 4 or 5 hours of Philly, even if you're further than that and you feel like getting on up here, Friday at 6:30 p.m. at the corner of 33rd and Cecil B. Moore in the Strawberry Mansion neighborhood of Philadelphia, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense will be handing out free groceries. We will be doing a free cookout. We will be signing up children for our arena program, and we will be recruiting. All power to the people.
Do you not see the trick bag? Do you not see the trick bag? Oh, we all about community. We all about community. Yeah, well, let me show you what all about community is really about. Because, you know, people actually do a good deep dive. Because somebody actually, as you can see, more on Chairman Paul Birdsong, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, Aaron Dixon's statement, Birdsong's background, all 3 videos are on their socials. Hopefully that clears things up. But here it is right here. Every night since then, protesters had gathered at the state capitol and marched peacefully through downtown, led by a 34-year-old named Paul Birdsong. I've been doing this shit probably before he was born. While he was still pissing in the bed and crying for his binky. Unaffiliated with Black Lives Matter or any other activist organization, which is a lie, because there's photos of him out here marching with, you know, black lesbian mansions with his goofy self. Birdsong had attracted a following after confronting aggressive police officers at an early Floyd demonstration. You know, pretending that he's tough, yelling and screaming like a black female. That the role came naturally to him. Yeah, I just bet. I mean, women will elevate a simp. They will elevate a simp that's out here trying to fight on behalf of them. They won't screw him, but they'll definitely put him out there out front. His father was one of the founders of the West Side Pyru, a Los Angeles street gang that evolved into the Bloods. Today, Birdsong oversees Bloods in multiple states and describes himself as a gang leader. I didn't write this. The impetus for the West Side Pyru was to defend black neighborhoods from the Crips, an older and larger Los Angeles gang. Oh, okay. Although many Bloods came to engage in the same rapacious activities as their rivals, Birdsong claims to uphold the original Piru code to live, love, and learn, and to keep each other off strong drugs, out of jail, and from dying. Bruh, there's a picture of you out here posing with a dude that got to use a goddamn walker that my father at 79 years old has to use to get around. The only reason why somebody around your age have to use that type of walker is because they got shot. He sees no distinction between fighting Crips and demonstrating against police brutality. We will stand up to any destructive forces that attempt to invade and pollute our communities, unless, of course, they are illegals who are pedos, rapists, drug and sex traffickers, and scammers and murderers that are dumped in black communities, though, of course. Birdsong also emulates Malcolm X. I'm not going to read the rest of this shit, but during marches, because it says, it gives a quick, brief history of Malcolm X, but it says during marches, Birdsong usually carries a handgun. Other protesters bring assault rifle. Let me explain something to y'all. That Latino idiot is Piru blood in California. Yeah. Like, how the fuck you become a Black Panther but deleting the Crips, aka Ops? These pro-blacks are funny as shit. Let me explain something to y'all. Right now. Because I'm gonna show y'all the videos. I'm gonna show y'all these videos. Oops. Don't flip. Let me show y'all these videos. Where we at? That's 55 seconds. Okay, here we go.
I realize who you are, I know who you are. Just making it where we got people called concerned about you all.
About me and my man first?
About that.
My man first.
Sure, whatever you want to call it. I'm just making you aware.
Uh-huh.
That's why we're having this interaction. That's all.
Okay. You made me aware. Is there anything else?
No?
All right, you have a nice day.
I mean,
In my what?
that's right. It's just odd.
In my what?
Straight like that, brother. All power to the
He
people.
wasn't talking to you.
But see, I don't like that, man.
You wearing a slave catcher uniform. That's on you, bro. You took that oath. That's on you. Anything else?
Doing the same thing.
No, I'm not doing the same thing. I protect my people. I protect my people from you, from the Klan, from the neo-Nazis, from white supremacy. Nah, bro. You're not. You working for the establishment.
Let me tell y'all something right now. Matter of fact, let me show the second video. Because there's two parts of this. Because he was talking to a Black Philadelphia police officer.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they pulling up acting like that. You want me to be cool, you need to tell them to stand down with all that rah-rah shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody getting hurt. I'll
tell you something. The police already know who you are. They already know you a goofy little nigga. You a goofy nigga. Running around here with your little toy gun. If y'all watch Sergeant Willie Pete's video, he was talking about the gun that this dude running around with. It's a shotgun with shotgun with a magazine. Sergeant Willie Pete said those are the cheapest shotguns you can get. They're like $200, and the reason why they're so cheap is because they'll jam on you. They're garbage. And Sergeant Willie Pete is a gun enthusiast. When it comes to weapons, I take Sergeant Willie Pete's word on it. That dude is a true gun. Yeah, cheap Turkish shotgun. Thank you. Thinking out loud. Yeah, you know your weapons. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to this fucking idiot. And to something. What's up, unsuckable? Let me explain something to this fucking idiot, and I really do wish it does come to pass. The very second that him or anybody in this little fake little actors, because understand that black chick is a paid actor. She's an actress. She's an actress. She's not really. Let's see. Can I show y'all this? She's an actress. The black chick is an actress. You see him with his gang affiliation? Wait, hold on. Let me make sure y'all can see that. Oh, hold on. I gotta remove that. Yeah, you see him with all this gang affiliation? See what I'm saying? Playing like he tough. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Y'all don't have to bear with me. Y'all don't have to bear with me. Oh God, come on. I'm gonna go to my Facebook page. I'm gonna go to my Facebook page and show y'all. This chick and the majority of the people. What are you doing? Majority of these people, they're paid actors and actresses. They're fake. They're frauds. Here we go. The second that any one of them pull the trigger within city limits, I'm gonna tell you right now. Here we go. I'm gonna tell you right now. They're going to jail. They're going to federal prison. Y'all see this? See this dude and her. They're paid actors. They're paid actors. Can y'all see? Let me make sure y'all can see. Okay, there we go. It should have won an award from Bollywood. Yeah. Oh, he's bloody. Yeah. These are paid actors and actresses. You see that? This dude, he's a paid actor. The Allegory released today. Shout out to one of the most underrated in the game. This is a movie that they're promoting. This dude is this dude. He's a paid actor. And so is she. She's a paid actress. Look at her, arm in arm with the police. But you now all of a sudden today pretending that you some Black Panther paid activist. You see what this do? Take all that shit off ASAP. This is disrespectful to the real Panthers. We're born from the Panthers. If you have any questions, please reach out to WCID 2020 here on IG. Thanks. Bruh, that page was just made 6 days ago. Y'all fraud, point blank, period. He said, yes, it was just made because we wanted to be out there where it matters, not on social media. We were asked to make a page. Sorry, I just look like for real. Instead of divisiveness, understand what we're doing prior to putting your people down. Let me tell you something. You fake. You're frauds. Dude said, why do you have fake Panthers out here? This is very disrespectful and dangerous. I have brothers and sisters that's real Panthers, and they don't like what y'all doing at all. Because they're frauds. These people, her and him, these are paid actors. Do you understand? These are paid actors. Yeah, absolutely paid by the Democrats. We definitely in the Matrix. Brothers definitely cipher fraud. What's up, No News? These people are fake. They're frauds. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. I'm gonna go to this idiot's TikTok. And I'm gonna show y'all something. Oh, he got 3 of them. Okay. He got 3 TikToks. Let me show y'all something. Look at this. Look at this. Look at. Let me tell you something. All of this is new. All of this is new. I came out of nowhere. Let's see. 6, 12, 18, 24, 25 videos that just popped up out of nowhere. Popped up out of nowhere. This is his oldest video, and it popped up 10/7/2025. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying? All of a sudden now, here's this other one. My private account. 6 videos that popped up out of nowhere. Oh, we're gonna talk about this one right here. When did he post this? A day ago. This one right here popped up. Let's see here. His oldest video 2 days ago. Are you not understanding? This dude. I'm sorry, hold on. Let me refresh. Wait, can y'all hear me? Does my sound good? You say, since when do modern Black Panther Party start align with the police, the local authorities? This is why it makes no sense to me. Airsoft body armor, 22 caliber weapons. Yeah, y'all catching that? I got the reverb. Is it better? And black liberals out there defending this, freaking paid ops. He ain't government, or his backstory would be a lot tighter. Right. This dude popped up out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I tried to do a deep dive on him to figure out where he come from, who paid him, who was affiliated with him, all this stuff. I got nothing. He's not funded by an NGO. He don't have a job, nothing. It's almost like he just came out of nowhere. So who's paying you to cosplay in this pleather jacket pretending that you tough? Do you understand? You got 2 Hollywood actors on your page, in your group. You got white people all up in there talking about some they Black Panthers. Yeah, George Soros. Thank you. Who is giving you? Yeah. You not slick, bruh. You not slick. Let's get to his video. This crap right here. No, you're not. They have no affiliation with you. No, you're not. No, you're not. You ain't did nothing to nobody. No, we do not. We do not protect rapists, pedos, drug and human traffickers, murderers, and scammers that are here illegally. We don't do that. Actually, if ICE agents see dumb niggas like you out there, they'll blow your brains out. They'll call for backup and they'll fucking blow your fucking brains out. A garbage gun. You look. That's a garbage fucking gun. Even I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't. Matter of fact, hold on. 'Cause, 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 I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do this anyway. Yeah, I've seen your community trust. Brothers getting some kind. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all getting some echo from me? Hold on. Damn it, let me turn my light on. Sometimes. All right, is that better? Let me see. Oh no, that's the volume. Reverb. Is that volume? You see that? You say don't show. No, that's fine. I think we're getting your reverb filter. That's much better. Okay. Would you see that? Trust me. Look, I mean, AR-15s are easy to buy. They're cheap. I got this for $800. And all of the accessories I got off Amazon. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is legal. There's a gun shop less than 30 minutes from here. Sometimes I go in there just to browse. A little coon ass Negro like this dude wouldn't last against somebody like me. I didn't go to the military, but my father did. When I was a teenager, my father made sure everything that he knew, he taught me. Everything he knew, he taught me. Everything he knew that the military taught him concerning weapons, he taught me. When I was in Columbus, Ohio, trust me, I kept up with my ability to shoot. You say you bought yours $500 and added a bunch of attachments, bringing mine up to $1,500. Yeah, I got the attachments. Yeah, because bump stocks weren't legal here in Georgia. You couldn't get a bump stock here. The second they were made legal, I got mine. I got my bump stock, and then of course you see I got my scope. I got my scope, $109 for the scope. You say you still got a ways to go? Yeah, keep adding. So you're what they call a military brat, right? No, because he wasn't like, I mean, my father did 2 tours of Vietnam, and then by the time he came home, I was like, by the time he came home, I was born. You understand? I wasn't born until after he came home. You know what I'm saying? After he did his two tours, then he met my mother. You know, so I didn't do all the moving around or whatnot. Well, we know your papa store ain't Korean. They be yelling, hurry up and buy like minutes to society. Yeah, my store is white. Of course, you know, white folks, white Republicans. You know, that's why I said last week when I had the videos last Monday, I said, ask Charles. I showed Charles. Charles got all the pictures of everything that I bought. Body armors, all that stuff. Because Negroes like him are running around trying to cause trouble. I don't stand with coons. I don't stand with agent provocateurs. Because understand what this dude is trying to do. He's trying to get low IQ, racist black people who have nothing to live for to get out here and fight federal agents on behalf of criminal illegals. Do you understand? This dude will not bust a grape. He a bitch. He might throw some knuckles, maybe. If he feel that he can win, well, he'll pull a gun on an average person in a second. But when it comes to law enforcement, oh no, he gonna bitch. He gonna run. He ain't gonna bust no shots. He a former blood. We all know how low IQ, ghetto, piss poor niggas get down. They don't fight cops with their fists. They run from cops. They don't shoot at cops. They run from cops. They scared of cops. They run their mouth when they get caught by cops. They talk big shit while they getting arrested. But the second a cop all of a sudden start dropping them bows on their fucking ass, they start crying like little bitches and I'm so cold and crump. They them type of dudes. They them type of dudes. They fold like the bitches that they are. That's what he is. He a bitch. He a paid bitch. He ain't gonna pull no trigger. Because do understand, it won't be ICE that'll roll up on him. It'll be the FBI. He ain't gonna shoot at no FBI. He know that's damn near death penalty. That's almost a death penalty. If it's not 25 to life, it's a death penalty. If not a death sentence, you either gonna spend the rest of your life rotting in a federal prison in Gym Pop, where they gonna take your little Albie Shore looking ass bent over a fucking bunk while 6 niggas can't wait to get their dick wet off of him, or he gonna be in a pine box rotting. He ain't tough. He trying to set black folks up. You see how he talking? He talking like it's 1960s. Black people don't talk like that no more. You know what type of black people talk like that? The ones who are stuck in that mentality. Y'all have heard me several times that you have a lot of these pro-blacks, not conscious people, but pro-blacks still talking like it's 2010 and below. So I can't listen to their videos no more. All these pro-black YouTube all-stars that talk all this pro-black nigga shit, they still act like it's 2010 or below. We have body cams now. Cops go to jail now. They handle people with kid gloves now. When in all honesty, they should be beating the ever-loving shit out of these people. They should be sending a lot of these motherfuckers to Loose Tooth City. Because a lot of people, ever since George Floyd, the laws that they passed, they've lost a healthy respect for law enforcement. That's why you get a fag like him sitting up here talking like he's somebody, like he tough. When in all honesty, a cop needs to run up on him, tackle his ass to the ground, and just start pounding his fucking face in and just record him screaming like a little bitch. Because that's exactly what the fuck he would do. Fucking loser. Fucking ghetto, piss poor, gang related, low IQ, fucking loser. Talking like he tough. You a bitch. Real G's, aka men, move in silence. Notice you don't see no illegal out here in all of these protests. Actually, you have an illegal out here saying they wish these motherfuckers would go away. Y'all making the block hot. Real men, real gangsters, no, lay low. Lay low, hide, get in the shadows. Make yourself small. Hope that they don't recognize you. You don't jump out in front with your chest out, playing like you tough. Come do something. And then when they do, you crying for a fucking lawyer. You a bitch. You are your mama in a male form. Tell me I'm lying. He'll only bust on his own. Right. Clearly, this Latino Panther dude hates black people. He's staying on script. Criminals thrive on the indulgence of society's understanding. Ra's al Ghul. Yeah. This dude a bitch. He ain't gonna do shit. Fuck you, nigga. No, you won't. Mhm. Yeah, okay. Trust me, buddy. You already on the FBI's radar. The second a bullet is fired from your gun, believe you me, they gonna fuck you up. You know, he remind me of somebody broke this down. This just cracked
Big
me up.
scared of my consciousness, brother. Soon as I woke up, they put a bolo on my thoughts. The pig scared of my consciousness, brother. Soon as I woke up, they put a bolo on my thoughts.
Right. Yeah. That's the way people comparing him to that Robert Downey Jr. character. What do you mean, you people? And then, of course, you know, after he cut all that heat, he walked it back.
People, Chairman Paul Burton from the Black Panther Party. Born for the community defense duty. Listen, I want you to pay attention to the propaganda. So that video going around about me saying, hey, if an ICE agent run up on me, you know, that ain't what happened. If you look at the video, you see I'm talking, and then he cuts to another scene, you know.
That ain't what happened. Remember that black dude was talking about somehow the low IQ ghetto Negroes, the piss poor welfare Negroes in Chicago, how they had switches, and you know, we wish ICE would. We got switches. And then he got all that heat, all that national attention. And then the next video, he on his knees putting on the goddamn Kool-Aid lipstick. You guys are misunderstanding. This is the same thing he did.
Instead of showing me talking straight through, because it was chopped and spliced. So what I said was, if an ICE agent run up on me, whatever force they use against me, I'm gonna use equal force to defend myself. Ain't nobody taking me nowhere or doing nothing to me. Then after that, I said, anybody runs up on me, anybody tries to do anything to me, I put a hole in the size of a window, safe light repair, safe light replace, because I ain't nobody's victim. Now, I meant everything that I said, but the way they put it together, it sounded like I'm just making a threat.
You were making a threat. Because in all honesty, let me ask you a question with your gang tattoos all over you and shit. Let me ask you a question. If you're an American citizen, why would ICE bother you? Serious question. I'm asking all of y'all. If you're an American citizen, minding your own fucking business, going to your 9 to 5 or whatever the hell you're doing, and you're not getting in ICE's way, you're not interfering with federal agents, why would they run up on you? Huh? Why would they run up on you? Why would you feel the need to make a threat to federal agents with a cheap gun on your chest? Talking to the news media. Why would you feel the need to do that? I'm waiting. Bueller. I'm listening, fellas. He's trying to get that work that Becky got.
You know what I'm saying? The ICE, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if the dude knew what he was doing necessarily, like he was purposely trying to make it seem like I said something like that, or if he was like, you know, he was just putting it together because he thought it sounded good, you know what I'm saying? But,
Look,
you know,
trying to blame the guy who filmed it.
That goes for anybody, though. You know, anybody that harms, that means harm towards any black man, woman, or child, really? Anybody that means harm towards me, I'ma shoot you.
You're a gang member. You're a gang member, a blood gang member. Your whole mission is to take out the Crips and other gangs. You got nothing to say when the government, the Biden administration dumped all these rapists, murderers, pedos, human traffickers in the black community, the poor black communities across America in all of these blue cities. Oh, you ain't had nothing to say. You didn't try to push them out. You probably went into they little enclaves and pulled your pants down and laid down across a dirty mattress with no bed sheets on them and said, yeah, I submit. Whatever y'all want me to do, I do it. I mean, you come across like that type of bitch. And I'm going to say this right now. I was telling Lewis this. If you notice, not a lot of black people, especially black females, are victims of these illegals, because do understand that black females have no value on the open market, especially when it comes to the sex trafficking trade. The one black girl who got murdered, she got raped and murdered by that illegal, and he threw her body off the bridge out there in what was it, Maryland? Yeah, she was out there hooking. I did this story last year when it happened. I did the story last year. You know, I do these 2-hour videos. It's in there. I did the story. They showed the video of her parking her car. You know, she had one of them little cheap little SUVs. She parked it, walked over to the little Hispanic club, you know, because she told her father she'd be right back. And she went out hooking that night. She went to an all Hispanic club. She wound up going back with this guy to his little, you know, house where he was renting a room. He had other roommates, and the roommates testified that, yeah, at first it sounded consensual. Yeah, you remember? First it was consensual, and then all of a sudden it sounded like it wasn't. You know, she trying to struggle, holler, scream, probably because he forced anal on her. You know, that wasn't part of the financial agreement. And then, you know, after he forced anal on her, whatever the hell he did, he choked her to death, murdered her. And then I think I don't know if he chopped her body up or not, but, you know, he wound up throwing her body over an overpass, over a bridge, over an overpass, and tried to burn her remains that they kept in the backyard in a drum or trash can. Yeah, nobody said nothing. Although you got Jasmine Crockett, blackface Crockett, sitting up here crying fake tears over this fucking child abusing lesbian bitch putting cigarettes out on her kids. You got her crying over her, but when people brought up the black chick, all of a sudden she ain't got no comment. She ain't got nothing to say. Fucking piece of shit. Now they bringing this story up because, you know, it's like now it's the counterbalance to niggas like this who want to get out here. You got black people, that whole Don Lemon episode with the church. I mean, Don Lemon was 100% in on that. He knew that they were going to go to that church and disrupt church service and everything, which is a federal crime. And it was led by goofy black bitches. I'll show the video. Led by goofy black bitches and soy boy white slave masters. Jasmine Crockett has my 60-year-old mother on lock. You know what? Let me tell you something. Black people, and I had to understand this talking to some people that, you know, I've known for over 10 years. And they are such niggified slaves, democratic niggified slaves. I can't talk to them. I mean, I understand exactly what they meant with the Civil War when they had brother against brother, because it was a matter of ideology. It's an ideological war. I get it. My neighbor ain't been home in a week. I guarantee you that goofy fucking bitch is up in Minnesota. Fucking prune face white bitch. I guarantee you she's in Minnesota. They got fucking all them fucking flags and shit on her profile. I guarantee you she's in Minnesota. I mean, she don't mean shit to me. But don't come back here with that shit. You better keep it to yourself. I already have my contingency plans. If the shit go tits up and power grids go out and all of that shit, trust me, I'm ready. Y'all laughed at me back in 2023 when I was stocking food and buying generators and all that shit. Y'all probably thought, oh, man, just that motherfucker paranoid, he crazy. Mm-hmm. But every day we seem to get closer and closer and closer to where the average citizen is going to have to pick up arms and start capping motherfuckers for the security of the nation. We grow closer and closer and closer. We got a feckless fucking head of the DLJ, Pam Bondi, that raggedy bitch. All she do is talk about somebody's on investigations. You got 1,001 motherfuckers under investigation with 0 arrests. Useless bitch. Bitter, you got that neighbor like Marcus had on Boomerang. No. I just say I get it, but no. We ain't cool like that. We are. Oh hell no. But just like Marcus, not even if Jesus was pouring. Not even if Jesus was pouring. Oh fuck no. Hell no. They held a gun to my head. Either tap that ass or we might have to. Shit. I mean, goddamn. I had to weigh my fucking options. Oh God, can I live with this? Knowing that I did this. Oh God. And you gotta tongue kiss her and look in the eyes and tell her you love her. And you gotta eat the box and you know what they call it? Or eat the booty. You gotta do it like you love her. I mean, oh God, no. You gotta tongue the brown eye. Oh God, yeah, I'll take the bullet. I mean, she ain't fat or nothing. She just 100% just disgustingly turns me off. That's the episode from Black Mirror. Oh, with the sheep, the guy, the prime minister, whatever, he had to sleep with the sheep or whatever. Yeah, I'd take death. I'd have took the death. Go ahead, expose me, goddammit. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I remember the episode. I love Black Mirror. I'm not doing it. Oh, the sheep would die virgin because I ain't doing it. You gonna expose all my dirty secrets? I mean, you know, I can live with that, but I'm not gonna live with that. Good Lord. Anyway, let's get back to this buck dancing agent.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not specifically threatening anybody, but I will say about ICE, I was born here on this continent, and my dad and his dad and his dad and his dad and my mom and her mom and their mom and her mom. So my people from this continent, right?
So what's the problem?
Somebody run up on me trying to take me somewhere else, I am going to shoot them.
Why would they do that? And you ain't gonna shoot shit. Why would they do that? If you've been here for generations, you a 5th generation American, why would they do that? The best way to avoid getting shot or getting your ass kicked by a federal agent is to mind your own business. Yes? No? Maybe so?
The reason being, because I have the right to defend myself, and there's nobody who can legally deport me to somewhere else that I wasn't born in. You know what I'm saying? I'm a citizen of this continent, right? And my people were citizens of this continent before the colonizers came over here.
Backtracking.
So you're not gonna ship me nowhere.
No, your people weren't citizens before the quote unquote colonizers got here. You're from the fucking Caribbean. You got white people in your fucking blood. You're 1/4 black and don't even know where that black came from. You don't know if that black came from Africa or Native American. The fuck you talking about?
So at that point, you would be trying to kidnap me, right? And I will kill anybody who tries to kidnap me. I don't care what you call yourself.
Language.
So,
let me tell you something. I had a chick living with me trying to use that white verbiage on me. One time when we had a disagreement, I had to tell her, like, shut the fuck up talking to me with that white girl feminist bullshit. Either you talk to me like a fucking adult or shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit. She shut the fuck up and went in her goddamn room. Because I don't want to hear that fucking white verbiage bullshit. That goddamn double speak where you trying to psychoanalyze and talk your way out of shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that shit. It's manipulative language. It's manipulative language. They gonna try to kidnap me. Nigga, shut the fuck up. When they start asking for papers, I'm like, here you go. Thank you. Because even I said last year when I was like, hey, look, when Trump was talking about after he got sworn in and ICE started rolling out, I said, if you're an American, but you're an immigrant, you got your papers, you need to start walking around with them on you. So that, because remember, AOC and them was talking about some, tell them, I ain't got to tell you nothing, stupid shit. Shit that would immediately get you detained. Talking about some, I ain't got to give you my papers, I ain't got to give you my name. And I'm like, you do understand, ICE would just throw your ass in the fucking van and take you to the station and wait until they figure out who the hell you are. What's up, Simeon? They'll wait. They'll do the fingerprint analysis and all of that stuff and figure out who you are. Meanwhile, you done probably lost your job. Whatever the hell you had going on for the past 24 or 48 hours or however long they got you locked up. All of that is fucked up. Because you want to be an honorary, raggedy bitch listening to Democrats. When all you had to do was have your driver's license, state ID, passport, whatever, anything that validates you being a U.S. citizen, all you had to do was have that on your person. So if you ever ran across one of these goddamn ICE agents, you're like, hold on, bro. Who is you? Here. I'm here legally. Blase, boo-hoo. And they just verify your papers right then and there. Be like, oh, okay. Go on about your business. Because the number one people that they're snatching up are people who have they're part of these Tren de Alagra, MS-13, Sinaloa cartel, quote unquote, all of these criminal illegals, people that have deportation orders, people that have committed all these crimes, these like sex and violent crimes. Even if you got a traffic ticket and didn't show up to court, they're going after all of you. And that if they run across, in the search of them, they run across your illegal ass through association, then you getting in the van too. You ain't sparing nobody. Nobody's getting a break. That's why they showing up at immigration courts. They killing all your TPS. All your immigration hearings equal nothing. Get the fuck out and start the process all over again. That one guy that's a Somalian that they caught, that dude crying, he came out of court, they grabbed his ass. He didn't want to go back. They didn't give a fuck. They did not give a fuck. Take your ass back. The fuck out of here. You're not going to use the court system to get over on American taxpayers. You say we are not the droids you're looking for. The fuck you ain't. Unless you got papers, you are the droids we looking for. Blast them. Let's get back to this paid out agent of provocateur. I'm sorry. I'm having fun.
Wherever you want to take it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell everybody out there, if somebody tries to kidnap you, shoot them. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you get legally arrested for something you did, I can't really say nothing. You know, if you went to a country, no matter what country you were in illegally, and they find out and they deport you, that's on you. But if
that's America, Jack, you come into America illegally and they deport you, that's on you.
Somebody literally illegally tries to grab you and take you somewhere.
Who's going to illegally grab you and take you somewhere outside of an illegal that's a human trafficker?
That's kidnapping. You ain't gotta let nobody kidnap you. You better lay their ass out. More power to the people.
This bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. He don't even know what the fuck he talking about. He backtracked and came out like a fucking whore. Oh God, I swear to God, I have such a hatred for Negroes like him. Let me see, where is that? Let's get to this shit. Hold on, let me see.
Expect, and we are preparing for an influx of more agents, more of the very visible public theatrics of the raids, of the harassments, and you got faith leaders here. I would not put it past this administration to target midnight mass services amongst folks going to worship, because that's who they are.
Hold on, I don't know why that's playing like that, but you heard what he said. He's about some ICE agents are going to come into churches and disturb midnight masses and all that stuff. But come to find out, it's the damn Democrats that did it. Let me try a different video. Okay, here we go. And you see what's filing in up front? Low IQ, ghetto welfare, raggedy black bitches.
Renee Good! Renee Good! Renee Good!
And soy boy white folks. These are raggedy niggas. Ghetto motherfuckers right here. Raggedy ghetto motherfuckers with no job and a bunch of fucking white folks. Raggedy ass white folks. White privilege.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where?
And here's the pastor. This is supposedly the guy that they came here to protest because he's supposed to be. No, these aren't rainbow churches. This is a good Christian. This is an actual good Christian church. This is supposed to be the pastor that they came up on because he works for ICE. This is what the demonstration was about. This is what Don Lemon ran up on. Be very quiet among Catholic illegals.
Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities?
Why would I stand for criminals? Why the fuck would I stand for criminals? The Somalians have ripped us off for billions. The Latinos are fucking sex and drug traffickers and rapists and child molesters and murderers. Why the fuck would I stand up for them? Where in the Bible does it say support and protect criminals?
You have no comment. Exactly. Renee Good. Renee Good.
See this? Fucking nigger. I said it. fucking ghetto nigga bitch with nothing else better to do. No job, no life. I let that shorty be. He got that look in his eyes. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
We have a duty to move.
Black these fucking toy boys, these goofy white lesbian bitches.
All these comfortable white people who are living life.
And this motherfucker right here, this faggot ass nigga right here, had the nerve to get up and say, I dare Pam Bondi to come after me. And she's such a feckless bitch, she won't. Like I said, 1,001 motherfuckers are under investigation, but 0 people have been arrested. So he already know this bitch ain't gonna do shit. All she gonna do is get on Fox News and finger wag and soccer mom talk tough, but she ain't gonna do a goddamn fucking thing.
Lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit. Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No. Jesus would dine with immigrants. You do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens.
Somebody should have kicked
You
his
are a
fucking
fake
ass.
Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali
This
and
dude
Latino
right here
communities?
should've kicked
Why
his
do I not
fucking
see you
ass.
out at Whipple every day protesting this attack on humanity?
Attack on humanity. The legals are attacking humanity. They're attacking your American way of life. But you so CNN, MS Now, and The View mind warped. You sat there. Let me say this. He's strolling to the max. Let me say this. As a conscious black man, the biggest thing that I understood, I'm gonna go back into my history now when we had the store and dealing with the average fucking Negro that bought our tapes. The average Negro that came in and bought or rented our tapes, or when we had lectures and I would sit there and listen to these people talk and have conversations with people who were in the audience. And I'm gonna say this now, the phone calls that I took, the letters that we got, the emails. Let me say something. I'm gonna say this right now. The average black person is a dumb motherfucker, especially in the conscious community or the pro-black community. They are the dumbest motherfuckers you will ever come across because they have surface dirt information. And the information, the surface dirt information comes from CNN, MSNBC, when they used to be that. It's a lot of liberal nigger talking points. Do you understand? A lot of dumb nigger talking points. They always paint black people as the fucking victim. They make you think you're the fucking victim, even when y'all not. He said, y'all had rentals, y'all were getting that late fee paper. Yeah, to be honest, yeah. You know, yeah, we had rentals. You rent, they were $3 for if you got 3 tapes, instead of $9, it would be 3 for $5. We rent them out. You had 2 days. 2 days. If you didn't return them, it was $2 a day late fee. And the only way you could do rentals with us, you had to have a credit or debit card. We didn't play that shit. And believe you me, my stepmother would charge the fuck out of you if you didn't bring them tapes back per day. And if you didn't have the money, she just wait till Friday and hit your fucking card at 5 o'clock. Trust me, we made bank. But it was you realize that you were dealing with low IQ, dumb black people who were democratic minded. Keep in mind, when we had our store open in the 90s, we were not fans of Bill Clinton. You understand me? We were not fans of, we didn't support Bill fucking Clinton, that hillbilly murderer. Janet Reno and them, what they did to them people, that's the word, yeah. What they did to them people in Waco and all of that shit, we didn't support the Democratic Party. We never supported them. We didn't support Barack Obama. We were independents. We went by policy, not party. Dumb niggas align themselves with party. Vote blue no matter who. We didn't do that shit. We didn't do that shit. Yes, both parties are corrupt. But you gotta go with policy, not party. That's why I want you to understand. This is why I have problems in this black sector with other black content creators who y'all associate with me with, or I used to be associated with, because these niggas have a democratic mentality. I don't. I'm independent as fuck. I'm ashamed that Bill Clinton got my first presidential vote. I was 18 and naive. Don't worry about it. Obama got my first presidential vote the first time he ran. And I didn't vote again until this last election. And I voted for Jill Stein because she was the only candidate talking about reparations. But do understand that I had already had my passport ready. My passport is still ready, and I'm still looking to move the fuck up out of here. Japan. I wanted to go to the Philippines, which, you know, after you do a deep dive, you realize that is the cat litter box of the world, second to South America. But I chose Japan. Japan is my destination. Yeah, here. Y'all see that? Hold on. See that? My workbook. Learn Japanese, hiragana, and katakana. My workbook. I'm serious. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Win, lose, or draw. I don't give a fuck what Trump and JD Vance do. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I'd rather go somewhere where there's structure and order and the dollar can stretch to its best. The Philippines is a shithole. Thailand has become a shithole because of, you know, expats and sex tourists. South America has always been a shithole, you know, and South America is for broke niggas thinking that they can go here on there and, you know, $40 pussy. You know, them people down there in South America, they trust me, they hip to y'all niggas. Black people act like that people in foreign countries don't have the internet, that they don't watch YouTube. They know what the fuck y'all niggas are up to. They can't wait for y'all to come down there so they can fuck y'all over. But Japan is very strict. They don't play that shit. They have strong immigration laws. Now they got that new female president. She's a female Donald Trump. She kicking all them fucking psychotic fucking Africans, them sub-Saharans. She getting rid of them pieces of shit. She getting rid of them fucking Muslims. She getting rid of all them motherfuckers. Japan is for the Japanese. You can come here and stay, but you better learn our laws and our language and our customs, or else get the fuck out. I tried to register as an independent, but the Crooked Clear talked me into registering as a Dem so I could vote in the primary here in Florida. You should have voted. You should have registered as a Republican just to piss her off. It don't matter. Brian Donaldson is about to be the new y'all next governor. As a Democrat, I would definitely vote for Brian Donaldson because he is 100% aligned with everything that Ron DeSantis is doing. And Ron DeSantis, I thought he would have made a damn good president, but for some reason I think the pressure was too much for him trying to run for president. And I really don't. You said it was back in 92? Okay. I don't think he would have been able to broker the peace deal or any deals that are going on that Trump has brokered across the globe, especially with the Congo and everything, because, you know, as a president, you need at least a good 2 terms. By your second term, that's when you really get a good grasp on things. I think with Trump having his first term as a businessman, he went through a lot of sabotage his first term. But after, you know, sitting back for 4 years, even though they were trying to railroad him, try to bankrupt him and throw him in prison and everything, and they failed, he wanted to become a president. He did a lot of studying in those 4 years, despite everything that he was going through. And now you see that he is just getting shit done. You said female president enforcing anti-immigration, the storm must be coming. Yeah, the good one. That chick is on it. The Japanese president, that prime minister or whatever, that chick is on it. She is not that. Trust me, look, Asian countries don't fuck around when it comes to their leadership. Do you understand? They do not fuck around. I posted videos with passport bros over there in the Philippines going to prison and everything. They do not fuck around. South Korea, they do not fuck around. China, they do not fuck around. Japan, they do not fuck around. The Philippines, they do not fuck around. They are on it. They wish your ass would call yourself trying to put up a goddamn white lesbian man-hating feminist soy boy protest over something that they doing. They will bust your fucking head and throw you in prison and torture you while you in there. They wish you would. The United States has way too much freedom. There's a lack of healthy respect for authority here in the United States because of too much freedom. But luckily, if you notice, ICE has started kicking motherfuckers' asses, shooting motherfuckers in the face, point blank range with these damn pepper balls, breaking motherfuckers' eyes, breaking motherfuckers' jaws, breaking arms, breaking legs, stomping niggas out, choking them. ICE is not playing anymore. And that needed to happen from jump. Trump wasting his time fucking around with this. I don't know if I should sign the Insurrection Act or not. Nigga, sign the fucking act. The fuck is you doing? Sign the Insurrection Act and send the fucking troops in. What the fuck? These people are fucking disrupting church services. They're attacking people, regular people on the street who just happen to have a white SUV. They're attacking these people. I got a video, I can't even play it here, where some goofy ass white boy attacked somebody in a white SUV. The dude got out of the car and beat the ever-loving shit out of that white boy. I mean, fucked him up with right hook after right hook after right hook. Because he thought the guy was an ICE agent. He beat the shit out of that white boy. Fuck off. More of that should happen from the citizens of Minnesota. But you wouldn't have to worry about that if Trump signed the Insurrection Act and sent the troops in and arrested Fry, whose wife has been taking money, illegal money from the Somalians. The AG and Tim Walz, arrest these motherfuckers. What the fuck are you doing? You bitch ass niggas, stop being a bitch and arrest these motherfuckers. Stop playing the long game. The people of Minnesota are suffering. That black family that had the tear gas shot in the car and the 6-month-old baby almost died. Let me tell you the truth behind that. The black family was trying to leave the neighborhood. The people swarmed the car as well as swarming ICE agents. So they fired the tear gas. They fired the tear gas into the car, thinking that the car was part of the protest. That's what happened. Why do you think in Florida they don't have them problems? Ron DeSantis said, yo, you swarm a car, they have the right to gun it and run you the fuck over. And we ain't gonna charge, we'll charge you, not them. That's what Ron DeSantis said. We'll charge you. Why do you think you ain't got no problems in Florida? You don't see no videos coming out of Florida or Louisiana or in Tennessee? Motherfuckers getting in the way because their governor said, if they fuck you up, that's on you. We'll charge you for felony obstruction. You deserve to get your legs ran the fuck over. You deserve to get shot in the fucking face. If you was at home minding your fucking business, none of this would happen, would it? Would it? Yeah, exactly. You're a fucking criminal. You're a domestic terrorist, and you deserve to get murdered for your actions. You deserve to get maimed for your actions. Because the only reason why the ICE or law enforcement will fuck you up is if you provoke them to fuck you up. So you don't have these problems in those states. Tennessee went smoothly. Louisiana went smoothly. Florida went smoothly. You hear nothing coming out of those states. They cleared them suckers out quick, fast, and easy. Yeah, we got this motherfucker that raped this 12-year-old. He's sitting right here in federal prison. We got him right here in lockup. Come get him. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, use the catapult and send his ass back over the fucking wall. The fuck out of here. If he dies, he dies. You think the child he raped cares about his humanity? White liberal females, I swear to God, they need to catch batons upside their motherfucking heads. They need their skulls cracked in order to understand that, right, is this your king? Right. Crack them bitches upside their fucking heads. Is this your king? Is this what you want? We'll send you home with fractured skulls to your lesbian girlfriend. Yeah, tell that little Albie Shore fake ass Black Panther nigga, oh, they cracked my skull. Send me back out there with a cheap ass goddamn shotgun. I guarantee you that girl pretending to be a dude that got her eye knocked out, I bet you her ass will never show up to another motherfucking ICE protest again. I guarantee it. You had a guy who got his ass kicked by an ICE agent. He blowing his whistle and shit and blocking the road. Let me see if I can find the image. He got his ass. Oh, they kicked his fucking ass. I guarantee you he won't show up to another motherfucking ICE raid again, because pain will make your ass remember that you. Oh damn, I don't have it. Where's the video? Pain will make you remember that you ain't tough. You ain't as tough as you think you are. Pain will make you realize that you a bitch. Do I have it? Do I have it? Crap, I don't have it. I probably got it on my phone. And listen to Don Lemon. Don Lemon. Yeah, that act right.
What do you think of this? I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship. So,
But there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
okay, but listen, we live in there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here to worship Jesus.
Yes.
That's why we're here. Okay, that's why we're here. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a
no
Christian?
one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to chronicle what happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Nigga, you think Jesus Christ would protect criminal illegals that are ripping off the goddamn the people? You really think that Jesus would protect pedos, rapists, murderers, drug and human traffickers and shit? And murderers? Is that what you think Jesus would protect, Don Lemon? Jesus didn't even like your faggot ass. Jesus didn't like fags. Jesus hates fags. You think he would protect you? What happened to the separation of state and religion? Yeah. You know, I mean, Don got his fucking nerve, man. Don got his fucking nerve. Wait. I thought this was funny.
Police officers that we have to fight ICE agents on the street, to stand by their...
I mean, this is a henpecked little bitch of a cop, of a chief of police, but even he know, like, hold on, bruh. We ain't finna fight. I am not ordering my officers to fight the federal government. They will kill us.
Limited number of police officers that we have to fight ICE agents on the street, to stand by their...
Nigga, what? He like, nigga, what you say? What? I ain't finna do all that. I mean, I'll sit up here and play the bitch role with you all you want to, but I ain't finna sit up here and fight no goddamn ICE agents. You got me fucked up, bro. They attacked this guy simply because he was wearing the weird.
You're not going to! Take it off and you are hurt! Take it off! Nasty fuck! Take it off! He gave you a chance!
He's taking it off.
I got you!
Bitch.
Get your ass up out of here!
A Hispanic. He's an immigrant. Where's your freedom now? Got Nazis. Nazis telling him to take off his goddamn American flag hoodie. An immigrant. Let me tell you something. If you gonna do that shit, you better come armed. You better come heavy. I don't know why you would walk into a situation like that unarmed. That's stupid. I mean, and just to show you, it's even
lunch
worse.
spiraled into chaos in Minneapolis. 5 software engineers stopped at Clancy's Deli when an alert in an anti-ICE signal group falsely identified them as federal agents.
This has got to be the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's like you feel like I've never.
Within minutes, a crowd gathered outside, shouting accusations and filming through the windows.
So clear. Oh my God.
As the men tried to leave, protesters followed them, blew whistles in their ears, and continued the harassment.
What? We do custom apps for a whole bunch of companies around Minnesota and the country.
Why are you filming us? Because you're filming us.
The crowd refused to stand down.
Then why are you here? Then you should I'm just trying to enjoy my lunch. If you're not with us, then you're against us.
anti-ICE crowds have grown more aggressive and unpredictable. A routine lunch spiraled into chaos.
You wonder why I don't walk out of this house without 20 pounds of gear on for a reason. Because of motherfuckers like this. You never know where they'll pop up. You never know where a mass shooter will pop up. And they usually hit soft targets. And where I like to go, yeah, that shit, I'll punch that shit down your throat. Where I normally like to go are normally considered soft targets, like grocery stores and like clothing stores, whatnot. Those are considered soft targets. Grocery stores and clothing stores are considered soft targets. You understand? Liberals will shoot up a grocery store or a church or a mall. If they have access, they'll shoot them up. You never know. Or you never know when a protest might break out and then you run into some bitch ass niggas like this. And I mean, I have no problem saying I carry lethal and non-lethal. Lethal and non-lethal. I'll go non-lethal first. And I'm not saying this, trying to pretend like I'm tough, like that fake Black Panther dude. No. No, I'm not trying to pretend like I'm tough. When I get into little disputes and skirmishes with people, like with especially at Walmart or whatnot, I de-escalate. I've told y'all for years, even when I had the embrace villainy channel, de-escalate, chill out. Hey, it's all right, man. You can have it. I don't want it. No, I'm chilling. Of course, if you ask me to step outside, then it's a different story. But ain't nobody gonna ask to do that because I'm not gonna let it get that far. I'm not Corey. I'm not some single mama ghetto raised bitch ass nigga. But I'll de-escalate. Oh, excuse me, my bad. Yeah, I ain't see you there, my bad. Even though I can exterminate you if I wanted to. If I really wanted to take it there, I can exterminate you or I can burn the fucking eyes out of your head. I'm not trying to do that. That's humanity. But don't push me to where I have to exercise self-defense. And please, I really do not want to be in a situation where some nutcase has decided to take out their, yeah, you got it. Yeah, I don't want to be in a situation where some nutcase a liberal decides that he wants to take his frustrations on the world out on a bunch of innocent people. Please don't make me do that. Because now I have to switch to lethal. Y'all be thinking that I'm joking. I can't really show, but try me. Try it. I don't want to do it, but my life is more important than some goofy motherfucker having a bad day. Part of that 20 pounds is a body cam. You see that? You see this? I see that. This is a body cam. See that, my camera? See that? That's a body cam. That's part of my 20. Play the body cam, Your Honor. You have to protect yourself. You got to protect your peace. Sometimes you got to fuck a motherfucker up, even if you don't want to. It's the last thing you want to do. Only a psychopath wants to do the shit that these people are doing. And you have to protect yourself from psychopaths. Usually, those are the Confederacy, the liberals, the Democratic Party. They are the emotionally unstable motherfuckers that black people have aligned themselves with at 92 and 77%. They better we know you got start industry tech for days. No, I mean, it's just. Safe than sorry is my motto. I mean, sometimes I feel like Scott Jennings. Let me show. Look, I feel like
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior.
Different. Scott,
Respond to what?
what she just said.
Look, I'm not going to respond to ad hominem attacks on 70 million Americans who decided to vote Republican in the November 2024 election. I don't think it's right. You come out here, you call people liars, you call anybody who votes Republican, you say they don't have a moral compass. I mean, I
didn't say anybody who votes Republican. I said the people who voted for Donald Trump.
Okay,
They
he's a
cannot be
Republican,
surprised.
and he won in November with Republicans who voted for him. So don't back away from your
I'm not backing away. I don't think they have a moral
That's how you feel, but I'm
compass.
not.
You don't ever have to worry about me backing away from
I
that
don't
point.
feel
say
like I
they
have to
don't have a
respond to these
moral
attacks.
compass.
In fact, I think you ought to ask her if she really believes 70 million people lack a moral compass.
I believe people who saw what Trump did and voted for him lack a moral compass. You make jokes.
You see that? I feel like Scott. I hear you talking, but I mean, you saying a bunch of dumb nigga shit that don't make no sense. You jobless bitch. Just talking shit. Don't know who the fuck is listening to you on YouTube. You and Bakari Sellers and Angela Rye or whoever the fuck you got rolling with you. You goofy, racist, low IQ bitches who got these garbage college degrees. Who the fuck is listening to you? Stephen A. Smith apologizing to these useless, garbage ass bitches as if, he part of their club. These bitches don't give a fuck about you. I was listening to Anton talk about this. And Stephen A. Smith need to understand, niggas, stop apologizing to motherfuckers who don't like you. They don't like you. You a straight black male. They give a fuck about you. Stand on what you say. Jasmine Crocker's a dumb bitch. Stand on it. Stop apologizing. Stop saying you respect them. Fuck them. They'll never respect you. They'll never invite you to their goddamn fucking Ritz crackers and fucking Kroger cheese clubs. These people are poor. Nobody will hire them. You got $100 million contract. The only reason why they hate you is because you got why the fuck they give him a $100 million contract? Why didn't I get the contract? Because you a racist bitch. He a tap dancing clown, but you a goofy, low IQ racist bitch. You think shitting on black men is gonna get you paid? Yeah, sorry, not in Trump's America, because he ain't racist like y'all want him to be. That's why y'all got fired shortly after he won the election. She used to be fuckable, but now I'm good. She was never fuckable to me. Tiffany Cross was always a raggedy bitch. She's the type of bitch that you would fuck her and she'd turn around. If the sex wasn't good to her, she'd turn around and say you date raped her. I heard somebody got fired on CNN. Supposed to have been that white chick that tried to bait Shermichael Singleton into some goddamn some type of What did she do? With Sir Michael Singleton. Y'all know the brother, the black dude that be on the Scott Jennings show hosted by Abby Phillips. She tried to bait him, trying to compare Hispanic illegals struggle with black people after Anna Navarro, the day after Anna Navarro tried to pull that shit. So then she tried to play the race card too, and Sir Michael Singleton just didn't even bite. I know you talking about. Bitch looked like she smoked 1 million cigarettes. Yeah, I know you talking about. Yeah, they weird as hell. Yeah, like listen to them. They on YouTube trying to pay bills. I don't give a fuck about who listens to me out here. I don't need the internet to pay my bills. I'm good. And no, I'm not living off my father. That money is tied up in goddamn fiduciary. I don't touch a dime of his shit. Matter of fact, let me correct that. I once said that the most money I ever got from my father was $10. Actually, it was $160 when he showed up to my mother. Well, actually, my college apartment in 1993. He gave me a check for $150, which I spent on a bus ticket to come down to Atlanta, and the rest was like snacks and everything, and paying luggage fees on my way down here. And then when I was living in a rooming house, not even a year of me being down here, one of the boarders of the rooming house I was living in, I wasn't even down here a year, stole $10 out of my stash with rent due, and I had to beg my stepmother and my father for the $10 that he stole, and my father, of course, wound up giving me the $10. So ever since I was 22 years old, my father has granted me $160 in my whole fucking life, and this dude was sitting on 7 fucking figures at the height. $160 fucking dollars for you low IQ, stupid motherfuckers. But I will say that my stepmother made sure that me and her youngest daughter were taken care of when she passed away. We were in the will. We got the split of the sale of the house. The house was worth $300,000. My sister sold it back to the bank. We split the proceeds. I don't touch. I have no access to the family money. You goofy niggas who think y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about concerning my life. You don't know shit. I pay the rent here. The bills that come in here is in my name. Only one bill is not in my name because I don't need the cable. For the record, my office is in the basement, fully furnished fucking basement. Don't look like a basement. Ain't no goddamn cobwebs and shit. I don't sleep down here. My room is upstairs. It's a fucking 4-bedroom, 2.5 bed house. I don't sleep in the fucking basement. Dumb niggers. I'm better than you. Your rooming house, 2-bedroom garden apartment living asses. No fucking cars. Begging the internet for your fucking daily bread. I'm better than you. And always have been and always will be. I just wanted to get that out the way. Bum ass niggas. Nobody listens to black women anymore. I don't even know why black men listen to black women anymore. I don't even understand why black men even talk about black women anymore. Fuck them bitches. They do nothing for you. And you can't do nothing for them, especially those of you who can't do shit for them. You're sitting up here on the internet begging for the kindness of strangers in order to feed yourself on a daily basis. Shut the fuck up talking about black women. Seriously. You can't afford one. You can't even afford a pet, but you talking about black women. Shut the fuck up. It makes me laugh when I scroll on their channels that are anti-Trump. Man, now that new Black Panther Party guy isn't even black. He's too light-skinned to be black. Plus, he has a non-black grade of hair. Also, he is rumored to be Caribbean, so he might be tethered. Yeah, he is a tether. He's a Caribbean, and he's an agent. Former current gang member, blood gang member, pretending that he's a Black Panther. That whole fucking shit where he talking about we feeding the homeless and whatnot. This nigga had a bunch of goddamn fruits, the red bell peppers and shit. Red bell peppers and other types of fruits that people don't even fucking eat. To him, that's feeding the poor. Who the fuck eats red bell peppers? Nigga's a bum. My pops was and is the same way. He had 2 bars, a convenience store, and rental properties, and I had to get it from the mud. Thank you. Because that's what men do. Men teach their sons, hey, look, get it from the mud. I'm not spoiling you, and I was never a spoiled kid. Everything I got, I had to get it from the fucking mud. I've told y'all several times I was homeless twice. After the second time, I said, fuck this will never happen again. And I worked 2 jobs from the age of 27 to 47. Did nothing but stack bread. Went from a 2-bedroom fucking garden to a 2-bedroom townhouse to a fucking, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4-bedroom, 2 full bath house. And now I'm down here. Because all I did was stack my fucking bread and invest. The blueprint for Black Power is my Bible. Niggas don't seem to understand that when I say that black men need to improve themselves, they ain't got nothing to do with a bitch. It's about you. It's about you. It's about you. Unless you want to be a 2-bedroom garden apartment, barely got food in the fridge full of goddamn takeout containers. Forced to masturbate because don't no bitch want nothing to do with you. You got so much hate in your heart for females, not just black women, but just females in general. And trust me, they can see that shit on you and they don't fuck with you like that. You get in the fucking gym, you get your shit together. Matter of fact, I weighed myself today. I went from 168 to now 163. I think it might be because I'm sick still. But, you know, I started off in the 190s at the start of January. Now I'm down to 163. Get your shit together. I told you motherfuckers back during the election on November 4th, when they were talking about Bitcoin was going through the roof, I said, hey, at least put $20 on it, y'all, right now. I put 150. It was over $2,000 at one point. I still ain't touched it. I sat up here last year early when Trump was making, this is why I watched the press conferences. Trump was making all these fucking deals with US Steel and Nvidia and Tesla and all this shit. And I'm like, yo, buy the stocks, buy the stocks, buy the stocks. Shit's going through the fucking roof. But the only reason why you hate is because you a bum ass nigga with nothing going on for yourself and you're low IQ. You a stupid motherfucker. You a stupid bum ass nigga who think that investing and taking care of yourself is acting white. That's how dumb you are. Or you're just too stupid that you don't know how to fucking do it. And instead of asking for help, you sit there and live in squalor and in poverty and think that this is okay. That's why you support criminality. Right. Them niggas don't even read. You say black women aren't even a double minority no more. Therefore, they're irrelevant. Yeah. This meritocracy has labeled them irrelevant. They're not even in the workforce. Are you still doing an investment show? No, I'm not. I'm not. I told y'all what to do. I told y'all all the investments to jump into. If you didn't jump into them, I don't know what the fuck to do for you. So if you was in when I was doing that shit, you didn't invest then. I mean, I can put up the numbers. I can put up the call numbers that I've invested in, and I'm like, shit, like I'm sitting pretty. I'm sitting pretty. Shit's just growing. Them fucking green fucking arrows and them plus signs is just looking fantastic. Fantastic. People thought Tesla stock was going to crash. Shit. When them motherfuckers was burning Teslas and the stock was going down, I waited. And then I bought. I was like, okay, it can't get no lower than this. I bought 4 shares of that shit. That shit climbed like a motherfucker. That's on y'all. I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying. And I'm not a stock guy. I don't know shit. I'm not no goddamn stock whiz. I'm just following what the fuck going on. I'm watching it. I'm using my common sense. And it fucking shit. I couldn't tell you shit about it. Outside of, you know what? Yeah, they talking about this. The government don't invest in that. I say go ahead and buy it while it's low and then just sit on it. That's the thing with stocks. You sit on it while it's low. You throw the money on it and you forget about it. You check on it maybe once a month, every other month, however you want to, and you'll be surprised at how the shit is just growing on your ass. Stock is like a roller coaster ride. But if you see steady marketing improvement, I'll do the 1 year, 5 year, 10 year total growth and see how the fucking roller coaster is growing, how the graphs are growing. And if it looks good on projections, let me get that stock. Fuck it. Let me grab it while it's fucking, slowly steady growing. Same thing with Trump was talking about now, as of January 1st, it just passed, all babies born between now and 2027, 2028, when he leave office, they get $1,000 dumped in the S&P 500. At this current rate, when he first said that shit, the projections looked at that the kids when they turned 18 would at least get here's a $13,000. But now with all of these businesses and factories coming into the United States, the S&P 500 is looking to explode. So that $13,000 might turn out to be anywhere between $130,000 to $300,000 by the time they hit 18. You ended poverty in 1 generation. Hurry up and get me some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Make me a baby. So my kid, I ain't gotta worry about my ear. You 18 years old. I taught you self-defense. I taught you how to speak a foreign language. I taught you how to play a musical instrument. And I taught you some type of blue-collar skill. You 18 years old. The government just handed you a fucking savings bonds or whatever that's worth, at bare minimum, $13,000. You good to go, buddy. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. You say, what happened with the steel? Okay, this is so weird with the steel. U.S. Steel wound up merging with Nippon Steel, which is Japanese steel, and their stock, I don't know what the fuck is going on with their stock. They're so up and down. I mean, it's like, what the fuck? You guys were tasked with creating battleships and airplanes and everything. What the fuck are you doing, Nippon Steel? But I think what it is with Nippon Steel, I think when their growth will hit when the factories start being built. Because the factories haven't been built yet. These people got to get permits and shit and everything. And once the permits are settled and they start building the factories, that's when Nippon Steel will take off. Because you need them. Because U.S. Steel they have the government contract to build these factories. They formed with Nippon Steel, Japanese steel, because they make better steel. So they're just sitting there waiting for these foreign factories to come into the United States and start building. So I'm sitting on the stock, but it's like, it's like the stock is having an epileptic seizure, but it's not growing yet. Say them niggas don't even read right. They should black men get back into the colorism debate, knowing that non-black light-skinned women go for high yellow, good hair, beige, semi-black men with freckles and green. Who cares what they from? Who cares? I give zero. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be dead honest with y'all. I give zero shits what the women of this decadent fucking shithole American culture, be they conservative, independent, or liberal, think. I give zero shits what the fuck they think. And I'll say it now. When you get your shit together, get your health together, get your clothing together, start reading so that way you sound like you're intelligent when you talk. You know what I'm saying? Develop your own style. The women are attracted to, as much as women talk about energy and all that shit, that's their language. Energy is their language. Vibes are their language. They're not ours, but they're theirs. That's their language. If they feel that, I'm attracted to him, I want to fuck him, go get the pussy. You'd be surprised at how many dudes talk themselves out of sex, when all you gotta do is really just kind of be stoic, because then they look at it as mysterious and they think that if they give you the pussy, you'll open up and spill all your goddamn secrets. You know how when they say, you pillow talk with your chick, or you open up with your chick and she used that shit against you? Yeah, because she used pussy as a weapon to lower your guard in order to get your secrets out of you, and then she used that shit against you. They use sex as a weapon. So as long as you're stoic and you keep your sentences short and everything and whatnot, they're attracted to that. They're attracted to trying to get secrets out of a man and figure out who you are as a person and everything, and use you to, they do understand that women look at relationships as strategic, whereas you look at it as trying to build love and a family and all. Fuck all that shit. That's where so many men at 54 years old, it took me till I was about 50 to understand that, these relationships are 100% transactional, and that women don't actually love you. They don't love you. They just looking for somebody that they feel that they can have some sort of control over them, depending on how they see things in life. Some women like to be dominated. Some women like to dominate. Some women are very sneaky and pervasive and whatnot, and they try to find some type of way to have some type of leverage over you. You deal with a lot of scumbags when it comes to dealing with women, but the thing is that you never falter. That's why they talk about all this emotional intelligence and shit. Like, no, bitch, you just want me to give you the goods on me so you can turn around and use it against me and see me as lesser than or weak. Because, I told you that my dad beat me when I was a kid. So you try to use that against me. I'm just giving an example. Oh, that's why you're all fucked up. That's how they look at it. They try to psychoanalyze you. But understand wholeheartedly, every relationship you're in is transactional. I don't give a fuck how much y'all say y'all love each other and, and fuck all over the house and on the kitchen table and all of this shit and in the rain. Every relationship is transactional. Once you come to that understanding and realize that it's not about no fucking love, it's about compatibility, be it long or short term. Once you understand that, trust me, you will stop putting your feelings into this shit and realize that it's just your turn, be it for 2 minutes or 20 years. It's just your turn. But always protect yourself. You waste your fucking time doing hours and hours and hours of videos talking about the bad behavior of women, not realizing that nigga, that's not gonna help get you laid at all. Understanding how they operate and using that to your advantage is what's going to help you. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off like that, but let's get into this. You say Elon got 500 billion now. Exactly. Even though he threw that fucking hissy fit when Trump cut his EV money, he still paid. I know several light-skinned black male content creators that came up with the idea that light-skinned black men should no longer be black and should themselves beige men being beige spirit. Do you agree? That's goofy shit. I'm not even gonna entertain that shit. If niggas want to be that goddamn Albie short stupid, then let them. To each his own. Trying to crack the ball. Men are more romantic than women. Took me almost 45 years. They don't love nor respect you. I don't care if they have your kids and marry you. They just want to help getting through life. Yeah, pretty much. Say, sounds like you, Sante Bay. I'm black pill. I'm just a realist. Trust me. You go, look. When my fiance died in 2002, it broke me. It shattered everything in me, even though I didn't even. My stepmother sold the store out from up under us in a back deal with her cousin, which explained why he was always taking me to lunch and asking me about all these questions about the store. I had no fucking idea that was in the works. So she sold the store off from up under me and my father and their business partner. But it's cool. She took care of me on the back end when she died with the house, which is fine, you know. And in all honesty, I'm the sole beneficiary when my father passes. My brother is cut out. Her daughters are cut out. It's all me, because those people were degenerates that didn't contribute shit. I was the one in that motherfucker. From like the store would open at 10. I'm in this bitch at 6 a.m. The store would close at 8. I'm in this bitch to 2 a.m. So from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. when my father was sick after he had his first stroke, I'm in this bitch fucking making tape, sending that shit out, running it to the post office on that shit. She told me she would take care of me, and she did. Took her 25, 30 years, but she did it. So I ain't mad at that. But, you know, the reality of the situation is, as much as you try to force a square peg into a round hole, it doesn't fit. It just don't fit. And sometimes you have to go through trials and tribulations and heartbreak to understand that it don't fit. Even if motherfuckers try to smear your fucking name, you have to just go, it is what it is. You do you, I'll do me. Fuck off, I'm good. You gotta live your life. You can't be stuck in the past, because all it'll do is just eat you up and destroy you. So you just have to, you know, fuck your own feelings. The way I look at it, fuck your own feelings. I'm over the 2-hour mark. I say, yeah. Fuck all that shit. To build a family, I mean, men have a choice. I got a choice. There's no way I would start a family in my 20s. And these Sims telling me get married, and I'm not attracted to wearing women. Wait, well, what are you attracted to? Because genetically we're hardwired to be attracted to what we're attracted to. I'm definitely attracted to women. It's just that, as a human being, you're supposed to have emotional control. And the one thing that it took me, I hate to say it took me 50 years to understand that getting emotional control concerning relationships, that's very important. Okay, you're not attracted to women in America. Okay, all right, I get you. Yeah, I understand. Because I ain't gonna lie. When I was 17 years old, on my 17th birthday, I knew I wanted to get married and have kids. But the funny thing about it is that I knew I would not have kids, get married, or have kids with a black woman. And it's fucked up. I only asked one woman in my whole life, my first fiance. She was the only one I asked to marry me. The other three asked me. And the one that I felt that I should have married was the Hispanic chick. The one I told y'all remember, we've been with me for a while. The one I said I met her at a bus stop and I gave her a bottle of water. Yeah, I should have married her because she was wifey. She was 100% wifey. I should have married her, but I fucked that up. So, you got to move on. The one that came after her, the one that passed away, yeah, that was a beautiful relationship. But, she didn't top the one that came before her, but she was right there. It was like a Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane Watson situation. Gwen Stacy will never top Mary Jane Watson in Peter Parker's life, but he married Mary Jane. So picture if Gwen left and Mary died, but he couldn't get Gwen back. That was my situation. That's my situation. But I already have plans for future endeavors. I already know how I'm going to handle it. I'm gonna deal with it because I understand that relationships are a business, not about feelings. It's 100% a business. You can have feelings attached to it, but you need to keep your feelings in check and understand that this is a fucking business. It sounds like you is black pill and now listed. You became black pilled at 50. Which is a testament of age and experience. Yeah, because with age comes wisdom. I will not lie. With age comes wisdom. God, good Lord, trust me. If I could go back at 8 years old with what I know now, it'd be a whole different ballgame. Exactly. You hear women saying it all the time. I'm here for the good time, not a long time. Yeah. And you need to think like in that situation because they understand relationship that this is a business. Women understand it's a transaction. We sitting up here thinking that it's love because we think with our dick. We think because we know what her mouth can do, and she make them cute little noises when you pounding away at her. Oh, you get pussy whipped, and therefore you in love. The whole boomerang situation is so funny when Pops was like, "Don't be pussy whipped, whip that pussy, bang, 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 bang." He was not joking. You saw what happened with Eddie Murphy, and Robin Givens, he wanted her so bad. She whipped him. She whipped him when he should have been with, although he shouldn't have been with Halle Berry, but because that was his boy's chick. But come on, Halle Berry was playing David Allen Greer to the left. Like, nigga, you goofy. You ain't my type. We went on a few dates. We not clicking. But Eddie finally met a chick that he clicked with. They were psychologically matched because they were a good team at work. She's sitting up here helping him clean up and everything. But, she saw what it was. She treated it as a business. I know you're a player. If you can keep your dick in your pants, this can work out. He couldn't keep his dick in his pants. What happened? Slapped the shit out of him, started thinking of herself. It had one of them romantic endings, but that's not how it normally works out. Normally, you destroy a chick like that, she ain't coming back. Fuck them kids and fuck you. I'll be a career woman. I'll get me a boy toy at 35, 40. Get some 20-year-old motherfucker with his pants hanging off his ass. Just like in Juice. Remember Juice? The In Vogue chick, she was fucking with the young dude. You know what I'm saying? The divorce, she was the divorcee. He was a young little goofy nigga. Yeah, she career chick. Yeah, she'll get her a boy toy. Like, you know, this ain't nothing serious. Just blow my back out. We'll call it a day. Oh. Not America, foreign women, actually. Yeah. Yeah, y'all get it. Trust me. You'll understand. Trust me. When I get the fuck out of here, hopefully, if I can get my ass to Japan, cut all this shit free, I already know what I'm doing. I'm doing a fucking contract marriage. You can say I'm paying for it or whatever. I ain't really paying for shit. You get free room and board. You ain't got to work here. Get groceries. Only thing I want you to do, pop out my 2 kids. Make sure that they get, because I always knew ever since I once discovered Asian culture. I think I was like 26 when I discovered Asian culture, and I heard about Tiger Moms. You know how they just, you know how Tiger Moms, they force their kids to study and all this shit, become a doctor, lawyer, all that shit, whatever. You know, education is key in the motherfucker. I actually believe in that. I 100% believe in making your kids get the best education possible. So that way they have the building blocks to succeed. Black people, black culture don't do that. You sit your kids in front of a TV or a tablet or a cell phone and you let them run wild and the streets raise them and shit. And that's how you got YNs and criminalistic motherfuckers, because the parents don't give a fuck about them. Fuck that. I'm not doing that with my kids. Your ass gonna learn, again, self-defense, foreign language, which they'll probably learn English and Japanese. So we ain't gotta really worry about that. Some type of blue collar skill, be it carpentry or mechanical, and a musical instrument. You turn 18, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I've been said for decades that, you know, by the time my kid turned 18, if they want to play a fucking violin in a New York subway for fucking change, you go right the fuck ahead. But if you be lying your ass off, if you ever said to somebody, my parents didn't teach me nothing. Nigga, how did you learn how to play the violin? How are you able to speak a foreign fucking language? Why are you able to kick a motherfucker's ass? Why are you able to fix the car or build a house or some shit like that? Who taught you that? Who paid to make sure that you were able to do that? You think that that shit came from osmosis? You think you put on a goddamn Matrix helmet and downloaded it into your brain? Get the fuck out of here. Here's a college fund set up for you. You don't want to go to college? Well, here's the fucking money. Go live your life. You're an adult. Yeah, it disappoints me that you don't want to further your education, but I hopefully under my roof, you had enough fucking guidance and tutelage that even though you're going to go out here and make mistakes, you'll be smart enough to make the right decisions. Because there's no such thing as a perfect person. You're going to make mistakes. Just don't do anything catastrophic that'll destroy your life. You know, like drugs or murder or, you know, snuggle or some shit like that. You know, I got your back. I'm your father. Me and your mom got your back. Don't do nothing super stupid. You'll be fine. We got you. Hopefully you'll figure it out by the time you turn 25. Black people don't do that with their fucking kids. That's why you got goofy motherfuckers running around here come out from they part of the Black Panther Party and, you know, and sitting up here going into goddamn churches screaming, you know, say her name and all of this stupid shit and fighting ICE agents and everything because, you know, you turn your children over to your goddamn slave masters known as the Democratic Party. I told you to vote Biden. We lost the vote, bitch. Why the fuck would I vote for a motherfucker that actually called me a nigger on the congressional floor in the 90s? I'd rather vote the couch before I vote for that piece of shit. You literally got black people thinking that Jasmine Crockett is a viable candidate. You know how dumb you have to be to think some shit like that? You think Joy Reid is an intellectual? Get the fuck out of here. Low IQ identity. I'll be goddamn if I raise kids that are that goddamn stupid. I'd rather take them overseas and fucking let them be raised in a culture that's structured as hell. Never coming back. No. I'm sorry. By the time you guys are 10, 12 years old, there will be no grandparents for you to visit. Can we go visit what grandma? You want to go to? Look, her urn is right there in the goddamn on the mantle. Go light a candle and pray. His urn is on the mantle next to hers. Go light a candle and pray. There's no reason for us to go to the States. The only family member I want to visit will be in Costa Rica. We can go there for a week or two for vacation. United States? Fuck no. I don't care if this place becomes Shangri-La. No. What'd you say? Ohio has a lot of pretty young mixed girls you can get with. Blaine in Cleveland? What? Mulatto girls in Zanesville, Columbus, East Ohio, by the border of Pennsylvania, Beaverton, Ohio. Interracial dating is huge in Ohio. Yeah, I know. I'd rather vote Dark Side or Green Goblin for president. I vote Democrat Shields. Vote the Joker as fucking mayor. If you've been watching that Harley Quinn series, he did a damn good job. He was a damn good mayor. Let me tell you something. Look, it really don't have nothing to do with skin color. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a colorist. I'm a culturalist. I'm a culturist. I will 100% admit I'm a culturalist. And Asian culture, when it comes to raising children and criminality within their society, they are the best. They have the best culture. They have the best culture. The best culture. I would rather raise my children up in a respectable culture and live in a culture built on respect and cleanliness. I'm not saying this 100, but it's better than anywhere else in the world outside of Saudi Arabia, as far as like Dubai. But they have more freedoms in Japan. I'd rather be there than anywhere else. Like shit, I'd rather vote for the Joker for mayor there. I'd rather be there. I want to deal with no fucking white, lesbian, liberal, feminists, got goofy ass black people. They goddamn slaves. Black people are still slaves of the goddamn Democratic Party. They are still Confederate slaves. Black women take their marching orders from white lesbian feminists, and black men take their marching orders from black females. Why the fuck would I want to raise my kids up in that? Where they're called tools because they're not criminals. Because they're not poverty stricken. They're not brought up in a culture of poverty where impoverished ideology is considered blackness. Why the fuck would I want to raise my kids up in that? And why the fuck would I want to raise my kids up in a white society that sees black people as slaves and lower class and criminalistic? Why would I want to do that? It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. I hate to say it, but I'll say it. I talked to Passport OG. We had a conversation. We talked for about a good hour and a half, just shooting the shit. And I'm just asking about the culture out there in Japan. And the biggest thing I asked him, I said, well, how is it with mixed kids out there in Japan? Do they really face bullying like that? And he was like, man, it's 2025, 2026. You got all sorts of races here that have intermingled with the Japanese people in the like Tokyo and Okinawa and whatnot. He's like, you don't got that problem. Like, there's plenty of mixed Japanese people out here. Like, you really don't have that problem in, you know, the bigger cities. And where I plan on being, I want to be at least 40 miles, well, not 40 miles, 40 minutes outside of Tokyo. I want to be on the outskirts. So it's not really, you know, trust me, I've done the research. I've done the research. This ain't a willy-nilly thing. I'm not some passport bro looking to get my dick wet for $40. Black men do not think ahead. Black people do not think ahead to their future. They don't think about none of that shit. The only thing they think about is what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes, maybe. There's a reason why we're at the very economic bottom of the ladder. And the fucked up part is that, you know, as much as pro-blacks like to talk like they know every goddamn thing, you had somebody like Claude Anderson tell us back in the 80s and 90s that, hey, right now you're the majority minority, and if you allow immigrants to come into this country, if you don't get a hold of immigration, you are going to be the minority. And here we are in 2026, and we got stupid ass fucking silly niggas like this bitch right here, Tiffany Cross, and that fake ass Black Panther nigga, and them goofy black bitches that invaded that church in Minneapolis trying to fight for criminal illegals. They dump these motherfuckers in your neighborhood where they create all types of crime and violence and havoc, and they take your job and they steal your benefits and all that shit. And they leave you out, they push you out of your housing, your apartment complex and everything, and you're left out in the fucking cold. You wonder why the pay is shit. You work for your own detriment, talking about some fucking bleeding heart ass fucking, we gotta protect the illegals. Good Lord, I feel like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, like, you know, like you get that, Jules, if you get this bitch your wallet, I'll shoot them on goddamn general principles. I feel like that. I feel like Vince. Like, I'll shoot you on general principles. What are you doing? You're working against your best interest. Floyd Wallace and the lewd acts he did with the kids in Brazil, the passport rolls, have now been labeled a criminal organization thanks to Floyd Wallace. It's over with black men's global image has been demonized. Yeah, you got a black dude. You all remember Johnny Somali, the dude out in South Korea that's looking at a good 10 years? I mean, he still ain't been sentenced, and he out there, you know, that dude Hank, the South Korean dude he living with, is bisexual. So, you know, he out there pumping his little booty hole in order for room and board. Well, he had a partner Johnny Somali had a black dude that was his partner that was traveling with him. Well, this dude all of a sudden popped up in the Philippines, and he got to acting a fool, and they arrested his ass. I don't know if y'all remember the dude Vitaly, the Russian that was out there in the Philippines. If y'all didn't pay attention to that shit, Vitaly got arrested, and they was gonna give his ass 20 years in the Filipino prison. You know what I'm saying? They showed pictures of him. He was all swole when he got arrested. Then, like a month and a half later, they showed him he was tiny. He was shrunk because he wasn't on them steroids and shit. He looked tiny as hell. Well, last week they went ahead. They figured he did his time and they deported his ass to Russia, even though he lives in America. The Philippine government was like, "Well, his passport is Russian, so we sending his ass back to Russia." You really think the Russian government gonna let him come back? You think that Donald Trump don't let that motherfucker come back to the United States? Hell no, you're a criminal. So now he's stuck living in Russia, where he's from, but he was living in the United States, in Miami, for years. Well, nigga, go eat beets and rocks and shit now. You now a property of Putin. Well, Johnny Somali's homeboy was out there fucking around, and he got arrested. I put it in my community tab. He got arrested out there in the Philippines, fucking around. And unfortunately, he ain't got a name like Vitaly. The U.S. Embassy ain't gonna help him. They ain't gonna help him. There's no merchant of death to trade with the Philippines for this dude. Trump ain't stupid enough to make that deal. Or should I say, Marco Rubio, he ain't gonna make that deal for you, bruh. You in there. And them Filipino prisons look exactly the way you think a third world prison looks. Say they don't get it, yet somehow agree with Claude Anderson, but keep voting there against their interests is the reason why poverty and unemployment in Black Americans was sky right. Because I understand, okay, the Democrats, I'm not even gonna say the Democrats convinced black women to accept the welfare state that they're in. Because truth be told, after 400 years of slavery, Black females and their male counterparts, they were so used to being subjugated that when the offer came back to them to where they didn't have to pick cotton, but yet they could still stay in slave quarters, and master would give them food to get, them a ham hock sandwich and shit, and pay they light gas telephone just enough. You have a baby, you make more money. I mean, you're pretty much living in modern day slave quarters. Black folks took that shit. They took it. They couldn't wait to be back under masses' thumb without having to pick that fucking cotton and tobacco and shit. That's literally what welfare is. That's literally what Black people succumbed to with the Home Act or whatever back in 65, 70. That's what they signed up for. And now that Trump has put a stop to that, niggas is mad and scared because being a slave, a financial slave of the government, mainly the Democratic Party, is over now. You have until 2027 to get up off your ass. They've already been cutting people's food stamps and Section 8 and welfare. They've already been cutting it. You have a lot of states cutting it. But once the federal funding runs out for that shit, because the federal government is taking over a lot of this stuff, because they realize it's better for them to take it over and them managing it themselves instead of turning it over to the states where there's a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse going on. It's better if they manage it themselves so they can verify it. Yeah. You being a slave is over. I got all these jobs coming in. Get one. Create one. Y'all hear about Shira 7? Come to find out her husband was only making $70K a year while she was fronting like he was some super rich dude, and he was beating her ass. And the reason why she was doing videos was because she had so many DUIs that they took away her license so she couldn't work. Y'all ain't hear about that? Now she filing for divorce. That fraudulent bitch that all these raggedy other bitches was listening to, taking her advice. Y'all ain't hear about that? I know y'all heard about that. Go ahead, look it up. It's right here on YouTube. Yeah, the gravy train is over. These chicks are gonna suffer. That's why I was with this whole black male female relationship shit. I'm like, look, man, it's gonna take 2 generations, which we won't be alive to see. For those of us who are over 40, we won't be alive to see this shit. But trust me, these chicks are gonna get some act right in their ass come the 2nd generation, because they won't have any other choice. Either you act right, or you struggle and suffer with a job, or you can sleep in the streets, or you can be a prostitute. Depends on your morality. But they gonna get some act right, because I'm telling you right now that mandatory DNA testing is gonna be an all 50 state thing. That 50-50 custody thing that's going on in Kentucky is gonna be an all 50 state thing. Because remember, with the smoke shops, first they started in Washington and Denver to see how it would work. Next thing you know, it's in majority of the United States, at least 48 states. There's a smoke shop, CBD shop. That's how they do it. They test it out first, see how it works, and then they make it nationwide. Another divestiture fraud like Cynthia G. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say this now. A lot of these dudes who sit up here and make these goddamn I hate black women videos night after night after night, they're the male versions of Cynthia G. I don't see how they don't see it. But if all you do is sit up here and talk shit about black women, every time you fucking turn on your goddamn mic, how are you different than Cynthia G, who does nothing but every time she turns on her mic, she talks shit about black men? How are you different outside that you're a male and she's a female? What's the difference? Don't nobody want that bitch. Just like don't no bitch want you. You don't see the parallel? But I digress. I get ready to close this out. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this right now. This shit, fuck the Democratic Party. Fuck these goddamn Asian provocateurs pretending that they pro-black, but yet they fighting for criminals, trying to get your low IQ ass to get riled up to go out here and fight a goddamn federal agent and get your goddamn wig split. Because only 2 things will happen when you go up against a federal agent. Either you're gonna wind up in a federal penitentiary or a nice pine box, or maybe you'll get cremated. You got 3 options there. Because you sure ain't gonna win. The South didn't win the Civil War because all they had was cotton slaves and arrogance, and ain't shit changed. The illegals are not fighting. They're not gonna fight. They're not gonna pick up arms and go against the federal government for their quote unquote freedom to destroy this country. They not even out there protesting. Yo goofy white ass and your dumb nigga friends are out there doing that shit. Not them. You will lose again. Look at your fucking army. A bunch of liberal goddamn white feminist fat bitches that can't do shit, and their faggot ass white boyfriends, sons, husbands, and simp fucking friend zone faggots. They not gonna win against the federal government. They definitely ain't gonna win against people who are aligned with the federal government. You really don't want Billy Bob to come from the hills, because understand, even the white supremacists that you, as a black person, you're always complaining about, that is, I mean, do understand the majority of them are Democrats. They are not for illegals, and they definitely ain't for your black ass. And they are sick of these goofy ass white feminist bitches. So even though they may be Democratic or Confederate, they're not democratic socialists. They're not communists. They see you as the tyrannical government, not Trump. You can play video games on TikTok and Twitch. And what's the other one? Twitch, TikTok, and Kick. You play video games on those damn sites and make money. Yeah, let me get out of here. It's 3 hours in. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. I didn't mean to go this long, but it's been a while since I really just sat down and talked with y'all. Y'all be safe.
No, gentlemen, Mr. Butler's been up north, I hear. Don't you agree with us, Mr. Butler?
I think it's hard winning a war with words, gentlemen.
What do you mean, sir?
I mean, Mr. Hamilton, there's not a cannon factory in the whole South.
What difference does that make, sir, to a gentleman?
I'm afraid it's going to make a great deal of difference to a great many gentlemen, sir.
Are you hinting, Mr. Butler, that the Yankees can lick us?
No, I'm not hinting. I'm saying very plainly that the Yankees are better equipped than we. They've got factories, shipyards, coal mines, and a fleet to bottle up our harbors and starve us to death. All we've got is cotton and slaves and arrogance.
That's treachery!
A problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Right. Hi. Thanks for the fun.
Get the fuck